YouTube, what? The Total War Fall, the Samurai crap's going on? Good news! My YouTube friends, we will be continuing this Saga campaign against our enemies. I fear your general is in mortal peril. I can't even, I have to like hear him to where I can copy him, but man, it's just too much fun. They need to put that announcer in every Total War game, really. So we're going to come up here and attack here. My daimyo is one turn away from Iwami, which is actually controlled by the Tosa. And my daimyo has his new and improved mega army here, so I imagine that's going to be an absolute face roll of the enemies there. Our economy, as you can see, is suffering due to the loss of trade, and then also they're probably raiding my trade with America. Almost certainly are, because it runs through here. So yeah, you can see that that trade with America is what's killing me, because they've got ships raiding here, here. I'm surprised they aren't, even though they're actually probably, yeah, they're at peace with me for now. And as you can see, they can raid that trade route easily. It's harder for me to keep it open than it is for them to raid it, because they can raid it on multiple points far away from where I'm at. My trade with the British and the French is safer. You can see that there's my trade with France. Yeah, and there's my trade with Britain. So both of them quite lucrative. But yeah, they're raiding off my income with the with America. But it's mainly the loss of trade partners as this war opened up that's hurting me initially, but we should be able to build it back up as we continue fighting. Now, something exciting for me at least is it's torpedo boat time, people. We can start putting torpedo boats in each fleet, and I intend to. I've got a Roanoke in each fleet, and then I'm going to have these torpedo boats in each fleet, and that means when we attack the enemy, if they just sit there, I should be able to torpedo them from a long range, which they'll either have to move to dodge the torpedoes, or they'll get torpedoed. Should be a lot of fun, but I certainly intend to crank out some torpedo boats. We can go ahead and upgrade to the military port at Hizen too, so we'll have 2 military ports. That's probably all I need to do there for now. I think I've been keeping up with my agents as far as their upgrades, but let's just be sure. I'm going to try and click through these relatively quick so that I'm not wasting the whole episode on this kind of stuff. So far we're looking good. Alright, yeah, I mean we could come out here and attack that army already, but I don't really have any reason to get hasty about attacking that army. So research wise, what are we working on? Okay, we're 1 turn away from armor piercing shells, and then I'll probably just go ahead and do the advanced armor piercing shells as well. Might as well. And then I'm probably also going to unlock suppressive fire. Yeah, we may go for Gatling guns just for fun. Might as well go all out on military technology at this point. I'm not rolling in money at this point, but I've got plenty, even though I have a considerable armed force. Look right there, Matsu. We gotta go chase those guys down. I can't remember if they're my friends or not. Actually, they may be my friends, come to think of it. Yeah, I think they're my friends. Okay, the Sado. Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt. They're going to bombard a port behind me. That's annoying having to take like little single ships back there. I think I'm going to train an extra like 3 or 4 Chitons into 2 smaller fleets to protect kind of my backwaters there. So Nagasaki gets bombarded. Trade route raided. Physician residing in Japan. Medical breakthrough. 10% yeah, we'll go ahead and employ him. May not hurt because we're in a lot of battles right now. I still find this extremely annoying that they can send 1 ship back, and I have a whole port here that's most likely defended by guns that gets bombarded by the single ship. That's extraordinarily irritating, but that's how it works. Okay, I want to train a couple more torpedo boats here. And we'll put a couple of torpedo boats into this fleet. Our fleet's quite capable. let's go ahead and attack the Tosa at Iwami. They have a whole bunch of Red Bear infantry, which are pretty decent infantry by all accounts. But I'm going to actually siege them so that they'll attack me here, and we're going to show you just what happens with all this Imperial infantry, US Marines, Kisho Ninja, sharpshooters, Armstrong guns. Like, I mean, this is going to be a fun fight. So let's continue the siege. And watch what happens there. I didn't even want to use my agents to slow them down. I want them to attack me in full force so that my daimyo can prove his value there. Ought to be a lot of fun. I'm thinking down here. Actually, we can do it right here. Let's go to the recruitment, and we can actually recruit torpedo boats at trading ports. I didn't know that. Huh, I thought we had to. Let's actually get let's get a torpedo boat and a chitin, and we'll use that to help protect my guys back here. Okay, that'll probably be all we need to do for this turn as well. We finished our research. We're on armor piercing shell. I'm kind of thinking about doing suppression fire first, and then we'll switch over to the advanced armor piercing. Okay, the Tosa are going to attack me just like I wanted, so now it's time to have some fun. Let's see how the Tosa are feeling about having betrayed the Imperial cause when they see the might of my Imperial army here. And they are going to take a savaging. That would be even better if I would have pulled my navy up for fire support, but these Armstrong guns are going to really work their magic, and then all of that really high-tier infantry and Neil fire is going to also just absolutely decimate enemy forces. And I'm going to have sharpshooters on the flank, supported by Saber Cav, and then down the center we'll have our Katana Kachi to ward off enemy infantry charges. So what we're going to do, I want my US Marines right in the center of the pack here, so that's where we have the most massive firepower. We're going to spread them out wide, and we'll push forward quite a bit. I'm going to group those guys just so it'll be easier to move them. Thinking got our Katana Kachi here in the center. I'm actually thinking about putting these Kisho Ninja right here. Hide them, take them off fire at will for the moment. And then, of course, my general will want him for gun bate. We'll want Saber Cav ready to intercept enemy cav and melee rushes. Our Armstrong guns, let's get them to where they're the closest to the top of a ridge, which is right here, pretty much, so that we can get them into firing position the most quickly. Start the battle. Group 1's going to be the most important to place, so let's get that. And then next is going to be our Armstrong guns, which we just need to get them over the top of this ridge, and we're good. The enemy is going to attack me, so the sooner I get those Armstrong guns into position, the better. Armstrong guns. That's probably what I should have called them. I'm going to use my sharpshooters to keep enemy cav off my flanks. I forgot to deploy them first time. Let's put them there. Move up the cav. Katana Kachi. And cav. Alright, there we go. Armstrong guns are in place. Let's unlimber. The AI better start running. They are going to get absolutely exploded by Armstrong guns. Look at this blob right here too. That's going to be my first target. Actually, I'm going to target all across their line. One there. One there. One there. We'll just go for max damage here. My Armstrong guns have a fantastic position on top of the hill. Should be able to get some great shots. Let's get all these guys. Neil fire, defensive. Anytime you're ready, Armstrong guns. There we go. So, the bombardment of the enemy troops has started. Oh man, they're going to walk straight into the front of US Marines here. I do want to go into slow motion just for a minute to kind of observe where the enemy's coming from. Now on this, they sent all their cav to one flank. I'm going to send one extra cav unit over here and around. They've got a potential melee rush coming on this flank, so let's get ready to match it. And then we could potentially melee rush them here. I'm going to go into loose formation. So the firing has begun in the center, and my troops are absolutely blasting them in the center. My US Marines have already routed quite a few units here. Now there are lots of enemy numbers here. Let's move our sharpshooters up. Let's get ready to fold in on this flank. Okay, they're into my sharpshooters over here. I wasn't quick enough to respond. And let's get our Katana Kachi over here to help. We might lose a sharpshooter unit. Our ninjas are never going to make it to the fight before it's over. Yeah, our infantry center is just beating the enemy infantry so bad. Like, I haven't even used my general's ability either. I mean, just this... Some of you didn't think it was going to be worth it to spend all that time recruiting from Satsuma. Just look at the results here. You saw the size of that enemy force. And, I mean, they just got completely wasted. Completely wasted. I mean, in just a straight-up gunfight, completely and utterly destroyed. My rifles did barely survive over here. So, wow. I think the value of those units just showed you what happened there. Let's look at the kills in the center. 230 for this Imperial Infantry. 201 there. 236 for the U.S. Marines. 320 for that U.S. Marine. 144 and 348 kills for that Imperial Infantry. Just to give you an idea just how effective they are. My Armstrong guns didn't even get that many kills. So my ninjas never even got to the battle before it was over. So yeah, I'd say that all that time and money spent on those buildings, that's why it's worth it right there, people. There is not going to be an enemy army that can touch mine when it comes to firepower. And I was outnumbered considerably in that scenario and made a huge mistake on my flank letting them get into my rifles. Didn't even have to engage my melee troops. So that'll give you an idea. They lost, they lost 2,038 men in kind of the blink of an eye there, because I had it in slow motion for a moment. So, I mean, just sick unit stats there. Absolutely amazing. And that could have been worse. Imagine if the AI attacked me, I would have had more time to fire my cannons. And I would have had naval fire support if I would have moved that up too. So just to give you an idea of the strength that that army can put to bear on enemy troops. Are they going to damage that port too? I don't know what they just went after. We'll see. Alright. Let's see what they bombarded over here. Whatever they bombarded, it didn't work. This is a Sato vessel. All I've got's my torpedo boat. What are they? I don't even know what they're fielding here. I'm going to need to get my other boat trained before I go after them. We need to get these torpedo boats into this fleet. And then I'd kind of like to push through here, cleaning up my trade route just a little bit. Yeah, so on the next turn we'll get up here and put our torpedo boats to use. We didn't actually get everything repaired, including the wooden frigate. Well, if I get into battle, I'll keep the wooden frigate back and basically take care of that. Then, so yeah, the Tosa just got completely wrecked on that one, and I could fight this, but I'm gonna auto-resolve it. Unfortunately, lost a sharpshooter. Crap, dang it. Peacefully occupy there. Can I recruit sharpshooters here? I can. It won't be as good as the one I had, but we'll recruit it. And eventually, if I need more of those type troops, I'll bring them in. So before, let's repair there. I can't recruit because my fortress is damaged, but I'll replace that sharpshooter on the next turn. We will keep the cottage industry. That was another gold mine we just captured there too, so that's also quite good. I'm going to need to save some money and upgrade it to a gold field. So I'm going to save some money and spend it on that spend it on that city next. I kind of want to push forward with this fleet just to keep an eye ahead for enemies. Like I said, we'll have this maybe that fleet and another small one back here to deal with enemies who are trying to land. We'll use that fleet to aggressively push. We're going to use this other Insano army to push here. And then once we get a solid push here, I'll probably take these troops, drop them on a couple of boats, and drop them right over here at Iyo and start taking out Shikoku. So that'll probably be how I choose to go forward from here on out. Getting that suppression fire is just going to, again, that's going to make my units even that much more deadly, because it's going to hurt their morale and make my men reload and fire. I don't know about accuracy, but I want to say it makes my guys reload even faster. Yeah, all these little fleets, like I said, that's a problem. So getting me a couple of small fleets to combat those will certainly be money well spent. Because look at this, they're just sending one-ship navies up here to do this. I definitely feel like that CA in patching should have made it to where you had to have like at least 4 or 5 ships to perform bombardments. That way there's a reason for the AI to... I don't really need another general right now. That way there's a reason for the AI to actually attempt to have, you know, an actual naval force rather than just sending these little crap junk units around everywhere. It is effective at irritating you, as you can see. What kind of ship are they sailing with here? They got a Chiton class. I want to actually see if we can get some torpedo hits off. Let's fight this. See if we can get our first torpedo kills. Man, that land battle, holy crap. Though that Tosa army, like, and again, Red Bears are not particularly good shooting troops, but they're decent infantry, and they just got cremated in that head-on attack. And again, they had way more shooting troops than I did. That was just 5 shooter units that I tore down their whole enemy army with. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to get our ships forward.
The men are ready to attack, sir.
What I'm gonna do to aim my torpedo boat, and I don't know how far torpedoes can travel, like if they have like a max range or something like that, but we'll see. I'm gonna just kind of toy around with it here. What I'm going to do to make sure I get a hit is I'm going to get my torpedo boat on a straight line here with the enemy ship, which it is. And let's actually so we get 5 torpedo volleys with each ship. Let's see what happens when we fire them from range. So there I put torpedoes in the water. I'm going to go ahead and turn around and wait on my Chiton class boat to pick up. But yeah, you can see there's our torpedoes. Again, I don't know if they have a max range or something, but they ought to be on a dead collision course with the enemy ship because I had a straight line towards them, but we'll see how accurate that is. That's the only way I know of to aim at this point. Let's fast forward. If it is on a deadline course with those guys, they're either going to have to move or that may very well destroy their ship. I don't remember exactly how strong torpedoes are. And I'm going to actually switch over to armor piercing shell too because it shouldn't affect my range. Same thing here. Yeah, those torpedoes are definitely going to hit the enemy ship if they don't move, or unless there's like some max range. Oh, there is a max range. Crap. That sucks. Oh well. It makes sense. The torpedoes wouldn't have infinite fuel. Oh, this shows us our max torpedo range too. Good. I didn't realize that, but yeah, that red line there is showing us our max torpedo range. So we probably want to get a little closer. Until that red line, until we can see it intersecting the enemy ship, which it is very close. I'm gonna actually drop another salvo of torpedoes. Did we only drop one torpedo there? It only looks like one torpedo. Okay, the enemy ship's moving, so the AI must know that it has a torpedo inbound. So it may be harder than I think to get the AI with torpedoes. Yeah, look, they've moved out of position. They knew that torpedo was going to hit them. Well, at least it's a way to force enemy fleets to move. I actually think what I'll do... Let's get out of their way here. What are you doing? Get the heck out of the way. Okay, the AI ship is kind of turning towards me. Let's bring our side to bear. There we go. We got armor-piercing shells firing away. Again, armor-piercing's not the best versus wooden ships, but it's not bad, and it maintains long range. Let's pull this torpedo boat around. I'm getting nice shots here. The AI is now close enough that I'm going to switch to explosive shell. We've gotten some good armor-piercing hits. Let's do rapid reload. They're using explosive shells as well, and it says my ship is on fire, which it is, just not very much. Let's try and line up a torpedo shot, just in case we get unlucky and our chitin doesn't win this fight, even though I kind of feel like we should. Gonna drop some torpedoes. That one might hit. I think it will, actually. I don't think they're gonna be able to avoid that torpedo, so I think we're gonna get a torpedo hit here. Oh yeah! That's how we end a naval battle, folks. So my torpedo boat gets a solid hit, literally breaks the enemy ship in half, and we managed to end the battle before my chitin caught too much fire and exploded. Wow, that's why I wanted torpedo boats. Very satisfying. And that's going to be interesting, you know, just having those couple of torpedo boats in each fight. As the AI gets forced forward by me attempting to torpedo them, I can then, you know, get better shots with my ships from long range, and that's going to end up being a nice combination. I'm going to come out to this port and repair, and then go after these other small fleets. And just like I said, try and keep the enemy forces honest. So let's see, we can build the gold field here. Let's go ahead and recruit our sharpshooter that we need to replace. Unfortunately, he won't be near as good as the other troops that we have, but it'll be alright. Like I said, if I get to feeling like I'm really low on my awesome troops, I can always boat some forward from behind. These are our friends here, the Matsu, so we're allied. We should be able to get military access and just kind of walk through. And then down here, we're getting quite close to getting in a big fight with the Okayama on the next video, which will be a lot of fun. Recruitment wise, we should probably... Ooh, I don't have access to silk anymore because of my loss of trade. I wonder if that means my silk workshops... I can't build any silk workshops, but I'm assuming that I still get the... Well, maybe that's what happened to some of my income. I wonder if by not having silk, that's what's done it. I don't know. It's a good question. Craft workshop. I think we'll just go with the craft workshop. It's very similar to the other in its effects. So, yeah, I think that that's going to be all I have time for in this term. We're right up to the limit. Some of you are like, hey, are these videos a little shorter? Yeah, it's like I said, because I've been on vacation, and I'm making them a little shorter because I only have a limited time to record them in the lead up to the vacation. So that's why that's been the case. I'm guessing these guys aren't going to want to stand in front of me. What do they got here? A Conran Maru class? Yes, very significant threat to me. Not really. I'm gonna go ahead and auto... Oh, really? Really? That's what I get for auto-resolving. They got rid of my wooden frigate. AI had to get something out of that, I guess. And this port blockade by the Josei Vanguard may be part of what's hurting me. So let's get up there and free up their port. I see a small Okayama fleet here. Let's go ahead and wipe them out while we're at it. Really? One of my torpedo boats got all jacked up? Man, the auto-resolve is certainly not very friendly for me. Well, that's okay. We'll manually fight this one on the next episode. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.